Hello! Maxim is sick this week, but he will be sure to be back next week. In the meantime, my name is Cinthya, and I'm brand director behind Tour, the drag and drop trip planning app. I haven't gotten to travel as much as our founders, but that doesn't mean I don't love to learn about the wonderful places we've covered on our Instagram account. If you're not following us there, please head to @officialtourapp and check out the amazing content we've been posting there. This week, we featured South Korea, one of the most livable nations in the world and home of fascinating cultures, history, and scenery. So let's get into it. Jeju Island in South Korea is one of South Korea's most popular tourist destinations. No wonder. The island features a whopping 3 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, on top of having some of the best beaches in the world. Among the most unique experiences on Jeju Island is the Manjang Cave, a UNESCO geopark, which consists of cooled lava tubes that run for over 8 kilometers beneath the island. Besides having both a fun and beautiful landscape, Jeju Island is also rich in history and home to some of the most interesting Korean cultural traditions. One of the coolest we've found is the Grandfather Stone Site, which is a collection of 45 stones crafted by the islanders in 1750 to scare off invaders. You can reach the island via Jeju International Airport in Jeju City. Incidentally, the air route between Seoul and Jeju City is the world's busiest route, with over 13 million travelers flying between the two cities every year. You can also reach Jeju from Busan via ferry, which will take anywhere between 3 and 12 hours. There is an extensive public bus network on the island, meaning you can get around fairly easy. Seoul is the capital and largest metropolis of South Korea. Ranked as an Alpha World City, Seoul was the world's 4th largest metropolitan economy, with a GDP of a whopping US $635.4 billion in 2014. The city is one of the most livable on Earth, second to only Singapore in Asia. Seoul is also home to the headquarters of 15 Fortune Global 500 companies, including Samsung, LG, and Hyundai. Seoul has hosted the 1986 Asian Games, 1988 Summer Olympics, 2002 FIFA World Cup, and the 2010 G20 Seoul Summit, owing to its incredibly robust infrastructure and global status. Besides being a globally integral socio-economic center, the city is also the site of incredibly well-preserved Korean cultural sites. The most famous of those sites is the Bokcheon Hanok Village, a Korean traditional village in the heart of the city. This fascinating village was preserved for over 600 years and is one of the most interesting showcases of Korean culture. The village consists of traditional Korean houses called hanoks, and displays the traditional Korean urban layout, with the families in the village still abiding to traditional Korean customs. If you're interested in exploring ancient Korean culture and see it in action firsthand, this place is absolutely perfect. You can reach Seoul via the Incheon International or Gimpo International airports, with the former being the 8th busiest airport in the world as of 2018. The city itself is interconnected with various rail and bus networks, as well as an expansive taxi service. Fun fact, the taxis in Seoul are actually color-coded, with the gray taxis being non-company cars, orange ones being regular cabs, and black ones being the deluxe service. The city is also currently expanding its bike path networks, so if you're into cycling, the city will be a wonderful destination in the near future. Another incredible Korean cultural village we featured is the Gamcheon Culture Village near the city of Busan. The village is known for its incredibly steep and narrow streets, tiny alleys, and strikingly brightly painted houses. The residences have been restored and repaired in recent years, and the village now features beautiful artworks and cultural artifacts scattered throughout. Inside the village, there is a Korean cultural museum, several art and souvenir shops, as well as cafes and restaurants. You can reach Gamcheon via the Busan Metro and bus network. Speaking of Busan, it is South Korea's second most populous city after Seoul, and home to over 3.5 million people. Busan is the economic, cultural, and educational center of southeastern Korea and hosts Korea's globally fifth busiest port. Busan was added to the UNESCO Creative Cities Network as a City of Film in December 2014, thanks to its bustling film industry. As a whole, Busan is famous for its high-end shopping districts, being home to the world's largest department store, called the Shinsegae Centrum City, as well as having some of the most pristine beaches in South Korea. The Haeundae Beach is one of the most famous beaches in the world, thanks to being featured in the now infamous music video for Gangnam Style. There is also a brand new skyscraper complex called iPark that was recently completed there, which offers luxury apartments, office spaces, and shopping areas. You can reach Busan via the ferry system, National Railway, or Gimhae International Airport. The city itself is connected with the light rail and metro rail networks, as well as an extensive bus system. Lastly, located in a national park near the city of Sokcho, Seoraksan, is the third tallest mountain in South Korea, at 5,603 feet, or 1,708 meters tall. The mountain holds cultural significance in Korean folklore and is often symbolized as the backbone of South Korea. The mountain is divided into Inner Seorak and Outer Seorak, with the latter being the most accessible site with multiple hiking trails and pathways. The entire mountainside is a UNESCO bioreserve. You can reach Seoraksan via the city of Sokcho, which you can reach from Seoul using the intercity bus system. If you like unique nature and cool mountain legends, then this location is absolutely worth a visit. And that concludes our South Korean podcast. I really hope you enjoy learning about the awesome places you could visit in this beautiful Asian nation. If you're excited to visit South Korea, feel free to download Tour on the iOS App Store for free and start planning your next trip today. Stay tuned for next week's episode of the Tour Inspires podcast. Safe travels, Cinthya Jauregui.